Okay, so we're going to continue with chapter 2 and hopefully chapter 3, and also talk about Pesach Sheni, and also talk about well, tonight. No, that's Mike, right?
Well, no, because today if there was no technoon, so technically because of no technoon, it's a happy day.
Probably. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. So go in the halakha. Also Pesach Sheni.
Oh, yeah.
No, if you have a job interview, can you get a haircut?
Yes, we look, Rabbi.
No, but seriously, what's the halakha on that? That's why I got a haircut.
Wait, I thought you guys could shave every Shabbos.
No. I mean,
They said somebody told me that.
I mean, you guys, not me.
yeah, but I mean, no. There is Rabbi Kohan in our shul. He was a student of Rabbi Soloveitchik, and Rabbi Kohan, in our shul, I go to him, he says you can shave. You can shave the whole 40 days. I mean, in our shul, there are few people we all shave.
Again, it's
Come on, you trimmed up yourself, don't you?
He become an attorney. He is a mazal tov. No,
He trimmed up.
It's not look. You have to give us your card. We have to get you to do job for us. Starting with 200 to 350, 400 soon. That's
okay. So last week we spoke about the duty of man, right? So we said what is man's objective? Why is he in the world? What does he need to do? All of these things. Oh, before we start, actually, I'll start. We're dealing with carefulness, watchfulness. That's called midat hazihirut. Zihirut means watch out, be careful. Okay, so watch out, be careful.
Today?
That's what this chapter's on. These two chapters are on zihirut. Be careful, watch out. So we know that the word "be careful," right? When you say "be careful," when someone's got a bit close to doing something bad, so not sinful bad. I mean, like a kid jumps out in the streets. Oh, dangerous. Oh, be careful. So there's a story that comes to mind, and the reason I'm telling you this story is because just around like 8:00, we were. It was putting one of the kids to sleep, and all of a sudden the fire alarm, not inside the house, but the main alarm for the building went off. So we all had to go out. Ends up being a false alarm. But it's very odd. I'll tell you why. It's very, very odd. First of all, it's odd that it was just only our building. Okay? And second of all, it's odd because 5 years ago on Erev Shabbat, it happened also. Just our building. So I was like, okay. So I was late for Daven Mincha. It was 8:00. I'm trying to Daven Mincha. So I ended up getting back inside the house at 8:05 to Daven Mincha. In the middle of Mincha, I was like, Hashem, what's the case that before the shiur that there's a false alarm in the house? I don't understand. Well, look, things don't happen for no reason, right? And the fire people come in, they check it. It's like false alarm. What are you gonna do? Now the odd part is that this alarm can only be activated if someone pulls it, or if someone activates it. Now we don't have any pull down switches, so the only way it could be done is if someone goes and touches it. No one touched it. So they say. Right. Yeah. So, but there's no one there. Everyone was actually inside the houses, in the buildings. So no one was by the alarm. Okay, so who touched it? I don't know. Maybe. So I joked. I said it's the ghost of Pesach Sheni. Right? The ghost of Pesach Sheni. But it reminded me of a story about Zihirut. So I said, Baruch Hashem. So maybe there was a purpose behind why it had to be.
I have a question though. Before you were saying like if kids running across the street and you're like no, right? Can you say like you say like, be careful, you're gonna get hit by a car. Or, like, when you change the word, does that change anything, or the wording, or no?
I personally.
Should you say like
I don't.
negative thing?
No. So be careful. Things don't happen good in the street. What is it? Don't. Shh. I see a kid on a chair or whatever. The fall. Don't stay on the chair, my fall. Shh. Okay, does it work? Is it superstition? Is it stupidity? I don't know. Okay, I don't. We have a lot of times just saying, "Adif tachpel satan." Don't open your mouth for Satan. Meaning that you don't know if there's an angel there saying, "Amen." You just told the kid to fall to the chair. Chas Shalom. He said, don't stand in a chair, it's dangerous. What's dangerous? Okay, I didn't say what's dangerous about it. So it's better always to be very careful with person's speech. Very careful with person's speech. If you look at the Chachamim, even look at the way the Gemara, in fact, I was studying the Gemara Pesachim in the beginning, it talks about how particular the rabbis were with their language, that they
just say talking.
even talking, besides learning, talking, when they were going on the street, to talk in a nice language, in a clean language, not in a cursing language, in a way so that you're not, God forbid, causing any damage, as we'll call it that way. Because again, a person's speech is very powerful. I know people that curse people, and they're like, and in the end, some of the curses came true. Rabbi Mansour one time said a scary story, but again, he said that there was a family with a tragedy of one of the children were sick, ill, very ill, and the grandfather couldn't take it, and the grandfather was seeing the situation going on and on and on. The conditions was worsening, and the grandfather said that he himself wished that God would take the sickness from the child and put it on him. That's what the grandfather kept saying it. The family said, "Shh, can't say this. What are you saying? You say a person can't curse himself. We curse." No. In the end, the child went over, and the grandfather, a year later, had the same exact affliction, disease that the child had. Same exact one, and he also went. Okay.
He died?
He died.
Yeah,
But the child survived.
No.
both of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
The child died first, and then the
And then
grandfather.
But in the Talmud, we have like some rabbis, they say something not right, and they die.
Well,
the
Talmud,
stories of a lot of people,
I'll
I'm
tell
telling you, Talmud, like suddenly, few rabbis, they say that more rabbis say
well,
something.
you should also think in the Talmud.
like he just right there, Hashem just kill him right there. Doesn't even let him to go home, right there.
So you should know that first of all, the things that in Talmud you have to understand. You have to understand them. For example, it tells even Moshe Rabbeinu, right? It says, how did he kill the Egyptian? It doesn't say that he punched him in his face. What did he do? He took a hammer, hit him in the head. What did he do? Rashi tells us he used the Shem Furash. He used one of God's names and killed him with God's name. What? When was the last time you saw such a thing? He said a name and.
No, but that's the same thing with the girl. When she cheats, like you cross his name out, and then she drinks it, and then she can like blow up.
Yeah.
But
That's the
Sotah.
same thing. That's the same name, right?
Right.
You scratch it off.
Right. So the Sotah. Well, I don't know if that's not the same name, but it's a name. Now, what does the name do? What are these? How did he kill him? Very easy. What makes a person live? And this is a good segue actually for what we discuss. What makes a person live? What's called nitutzei kedusha, sparks of holiness, anishama.
Yeah.
That's the spark of holiness. That's the spark of holiness. That's what causes the person to live. If you take that away from the person, what is he?
Metal.
He's nothing. He's dust. What's the body? Look at a cemetery, God forbid, has many bodies, but no souls. No neshamot. There's nefesh, but there's no neshamot there. So what were they able to do? And you'll see in the Gemara, it says that he would look at somebody and he killed them. What did he do? He took out the koach, the neshamot, from this person. So this guy doesn't need anything. This guy, what is he? He's all Rasha.
Because they had the Ruach HaKodesh, you see.
Okay, but again.
I mean, like he,
Ben Ish Chai did it too, though. His son would kill them, and he would heal.
What, Ben Ish Chai?
No, didn't when they were in the
The
grave?
Ben Ish Chai himself.
The mountain, the son
No.
came out and started killing, and then the
Oh, no, that's not Ben Ish Chai. No, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai.
Shimon Bar.
Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, Lag Bomer. Right, Bomer. So, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and Rabbi Elazar. And when they came out, you saw that people weren't so meticulous in Torah the way he was, and he couldn't handle it. So he looked at them and he said, well, no Torah? And again, he was judging them on his level. His level was that he has no problem believing that God will provide right now a tree of money coming down, and that's why we're just sitting here learning Torah. That's it. That was it. He could handle it. He could handle it.
I was going to say me too, but my parents, they have a different story.
So he could handle it. So he sat in a cave. 14 years he sat in a cave. 7 years first, sat in a cave, learned Torah. Learn Torah.
And
Learn
the
Torah.
tree grew and the river
Yeah.
came.
Yeah. What's the problem? And again, do we say that we are going to rely on miracles? Are we at that level? No, we're not going to lie. Do we even know all the halachot? No, we don't know all the halachot. I'm speaking for myself. I'm speaking for nobody else. I'm speaking for myself. Going through them, piece by piece. So, of course, we cannot sit on that. But we can definitely say, wait a minute, and this is what we're going to talk about today, time management. Hey, what? If God gives us 24 hours in a day, we have to work 17 of them? Who said? I understand we have a family, and we have this, and we have that, and we have that. If Hashem wants to provide it, He will provide it for us in the amount of time. And I'm going to show you a trick how to do it. I'm going to show you a very trick. Tonight, we're going to learn how do you utilize time to the maximum. This is a very important idea to have, and it's the idea of Pesach Sheni, and it's the idea of Lag BaOmer. It's all wrapped into one. But before we start, we'll go back to our fire alarm story. Fire alarm story goes like this. It's a famous story, and this is very good for carefulness, watching. Be careful. It was a city that it's back in the day when the non-Jews would capture certain Jewish people and hold them for ransom. And this time they had captured 10 Jewish girls. Very famous story. And they were holding them for ransom. Anyway, this town that was close to where the girls were being captured decided they will redeem them. Pidon nefesh, it's a very big mitzvah. So they got the money together. So they got the 10 girls. Now, where are you going to put them? They didn't just get any girls. They got very, very attractive looking girls. And
The rabbi's house, right?
so you know the story? Yeah. We spoke about the story before.
Mm-hmm.
So he takes them to the rabbi's house. They figure, okay, what's going to go wrong? We'll put them in the rabbi's house tonight. Tomorrow we'll transfer them back to their town. The rabbi's a holy rabbi. He's an old rabbi, 85 years old rabbi. Okay. So the rabbi says, hold on. Not So the rabbi says, not so simple. What are we going to do? The rabbi says, I have an attic upstairs. That to get to the attic, you have to pull. We're going to need 5 or 6 of us to push this big ladder, step ladder, to be able to go to the attic. And in the attic, there's a lock on the door, and there we'll keep the girls. Rabbi, what's the point? Do it. So the 5 guys push this big ladder. Okay, the girls go up into the attic, locks the door, to put the key away. Okay. In the middle of the night, Rabbi doesn't know what's going on. So all of a sudden, he can't pull himself back. All of a sudden, the Yetzer Hara is so strong. And the Yetzer Hara was so strong, he himself was able to take this ladder, took 5 guys, 85 years old, pushed the ladder. Go get the key. Finding the key, looking for the key, got the key. He's climbing up the ladder. He's praying to Hashem. Hashem, what's going on here? And in the end, he said, he's about halfway up the ladder. He says, fire, fire, fire. He starts screaming. Now, in those days, it was log cabin houses. So a fire to one house, God forbid, could burn out an entire city. It was house to house to house, and they were all wood. He's screaming out fire. So right away, people waking up in the middle of the night, buckets of water quickly. Within 10 minutes, people are banging with bucket of water. Rabbi, where's the fire? The rabbi looks at them and says, again, this is look at the trying moment that this rabbi was going through. He's caught in the act almost. Caught almost in the act. He can make up an excuse. He can go back down. But he knew that if he wastes this moment, he will not have a yir'ah, a fear of sin. So how does he inject the fear of sin in him? He embarrasses himself in front of the entire people. He says, hey, look where I'm standing. How do you think I got here? He says, do you know what I was about to do? I was about to go upstairs. The ladder that took 5 of you to push it, I pushed it myself, 85 years old, he says. But I saw the fire of sin, and I screamed out, fire, fire. You all ran and caught. Your eyes looked at what could have been.
Beautiful woman, isn't it? You become stronger and